Sure, he was a noble. Russian, in fact. But not of bloodlines unless you count the countless bloodlines that this count must account for. 30 grand to 200,000 lives held in the balance, all cause of momentary lapse of chemical imbalance. His power tripping like his power that traveled seemed in control till he finally unraveled. A pompous prince pushing power, who purposely proposed preposterous things in the name of prosperity, but really it seemed he was just playing. She was a princess, Ukraine in fact, but more like a czar, beautiful and rich in provisions until she was scarred. A powerful princess who never pushed her power for selfish gain, but probably purchased a proprietor's pain when she said yes to his presence. But then his power proclaimed his intentions. He wanted only to procure her, take her, misuse her. In the end he abused her, but it was much too subtle at first. Before it was much too late, his burst. His power, her fate. His fallout, she couldn't escape, and much too late before her people would evacuate from his volatile rage. Sure, he was a noble, but more like vaporous gases. So subtle he was at first that she responded all passive. Before she could realize and say that she wouldn't have it, she was already in the thralls of his power, stayed his presence, out of habit. An energetic exchange of static pain sourced from the give and take, the in and out, as she put out and he went in, with an input of output so great like gamma rays boasting powers of banners rage. And there were no banners raised until it was too late. 31 people died that day, though she survived barely. That fateful Saturday, April 26, 1986, he was wasted and toxic with double fists, unbound and pounding her down, explosive kicks on zero ground. It would be 2 more days before the world even learned of his rage. He went beyond sweeping her off her feet. He crippled her, his explosion knocking her. Head over heels, he lifted her, face lifted her, mutilated body, head over heels. It would be a long time before her head ever heals. Sure, he was a noble, but not of Nobel and prizes, 'cause he lost his control when he was in crisis. Count reactor number 4. He was tested by her people. His response was very poor. Explosive and blasted. Chernobyl overreacted. He blew up and beat her, raped her body of her beauty, defeated her, took her for all she was worth. Ukraine, this descendant of Mother Earth. Ukraine, child of Mother Russia. Oh, Russia, why didn't you rush to notify and evacuate your children on time? 'Cause in no time, black dust hangs itself over Ukraine and much of Europe. And check it out. 26 years after, time spans and lifespans tick-tocking away faster and faster. I'm talking about these victims of cancer from Chernobyl's disaster. Like the disaster last year in Fukushima. Both 100 times more powerful than the bombs dropped in Nagasaki and Hiroshima. 'Cause fucking shit, ma. Contaminations and nations of nuclear radiation. And those of us not yet contaminated, we waited to see if we're fated to share the same fates of those radiated, or whether or not we are touched or untouched. The once beautiful Ukraine was now devastated by her X factor. 4. Chernobyl, count reactor number 4, still hates the bloodlines of these countless bloodlines this count must account for.